not many people are going into this thinking Arsenal are overwhelming favourites. And I think that's because the fixtures are still to be played that could decide a fair amount, really. It's not a given that any team's going to win all their games. It feels like this is the season where teams will drop points more than ever, doesn't it, being a 3-horse race? But for Arsenal, I've mentioned their mental strength before, or fragility, as we've seen in previous seasons. And that, I think, might be the deciding factor here. Have you seen anything in Arsenal's game that's made you doubt that they can continue to get results like this and to continue to grind out and coast at the same time? Because they've had a bit of both since the new year, haven't they?
Yeah, do you know what? No. Which is rare, because you are right. Like, there always seems to be a caveat with certain teams.
Definitely.
That, no, we expect them to drop off. But actually, I think the way that Arsenal are performing right now, and the fact that they're not reliant on one player in excellent form as much as they have players who are performing really well, it's such a well-rounded contribution to the effort that actually it makes me think that that is sustainable. It seems more like a system rather than a run of good fortune. I mean, last season, they hit their form early and then dropped. I wonder if there is something to be said of they've hit form at the right time. Because we see City kind of follow this model all the time, don't we? That post-Christmas, that's when they kind of become that juggernaut. And at the moment, that is Arsenal. They're winning everything. I think the fact that they're still spreading the goals out, someone like Kai Havertz, who came under so much scrutiny when he first came in, is now, 4 goals and 2 assists in his last 4 games. That's an excellent return for him right now. And he's growing in confidence at that club and proving that actually, while they are trying to get things over the line, they've got valuable assets. Like Jesus came back into this game as well, and Trossard's still effective. So, yeah, I don't see any reason why Arsenal can't continue this form. The problem is all 3 of these clubs now really are looking to be flawless to the end of the season.
Gotta be.
Because they'll keep each other going like that, and they'll put the necessity on each other to be perfect. And they can't all be perfect. Like Arsenal obviously have got Man City quite soon as well, and that'll be really huge. It's a really interesting run-in. I'm really excited by it.
I think that's the thing I'm trying to visualise is City versus Arsenal at the Etihad with so much riding on it in like a Super Sunday game with the cameras. Can you see them buckling under pressure there? Because based on what we've seen from City against Liverpool, if Arsenal kind of follow that chaotic blueprint to an extent and don't overthink it and play the game they've been playing, because going forward they've been superb. But even Ben White getting 2 assists in this game, they've got some players really contributing on a different level now. I can see them taking advantage of, should we call it a wobble, but Man City looking a little bit like they could be got at, you know?
A team of Arsenal's quality definitely could take something from Man City. It's difficult because it's at the Etihad and you always kind of back Man City at home. But right now, Arsenal are the better team out of the 2. So I wouldn't go as far as saying they're favourites when they visit Man City at the Etihad, because I don't think any club is. But if they're going to get a result in a title run-in, this is the time, it feels like, absolutely. And we'll see. I think little things like this game, even like getting that late goal to see it over the line, that is a mentality test that they've passed. So they've just got to keep carrying that kind of momentum forward.
Do you know what? Mentality tests is exactly what the right way of describing their season from now on in, isn't it? Because they had this for the title running last time round and they failed them and then failed again. And it felt like they kept tripping up at the wrong times. And it just snowballed, didn't it, in terms of negative form. But this time around, it doesn't feel like that's the case.